Hey guys, this is Reviewerful. Today I'm covering a Ted Dekker trilogy, or series now. If you're not a Ted Dekker fan, never read Ted Dekker book, I highly suggest them. They are very good books. And this one in particular is what hooked me onto Ted Dekker. This is the Circle Trilogy, Black, Red, and White, and now Circle Series, if you count Green, which was just released. But we're not talking about Green because I haven't read it yet. We're talking about Black, Red, and White. I have them condensed into one volume, which I find to be very useful. I like this kind of stuff. It basically covers Christian allegory, starting with the fall of man, the redemption of man, and white is not an apocalyptic story. It's a story about love. Green is actually the apocalypse. Go figure. But we're not talking about green. Ted Dekker, very mysterious, very edgy writer, as I've said. So I personally like his writing style, and it works great with this type of genre. What type of genre is it? I have no idea how to define it. One chapter you're reading about this horrible virus that's threatening Earth, and then the next chapter you'll be reading about Thomas Hunter, the hero of the story, riding around on a horse, chasing the horde with a sword. You know, it goes back and forth, which might sound complicated, but you'll have to read it in order to understand it. I'm not going to tell you any more because I don't want to ruin the storyline. That'd just be rude. But I'd highly suggest it for 14 older. I'd say any older. It is pretty depthy, if that's a word. I think any younger you might not really understand it, or any older than 50 you probably wouldn't understand it. Not to knock anyone older than 50. No foul language or anything like that. Very good book. I'd highly suggest it. Also suggest the other books. This one, The Circle, was part of the Books of History Chronicles. And this is, if you're going to read the Books of History Chronicles, you start, of course, with The Circle. And here's the thing, though. You can either start with black, or you can start with green. Green is both the beginning and the end. I'd personally suggest starting with black because I haven't read green, but it's been released so that it's the apocalypse, it's the end, and it's the beginning. So either way you want to go. The book is about from the beginning of black to the end of white, 1,778 pages, if I'm correct. But it's very quick, very fast-moving, very upbeat. It pulls you into the story and gets going real fast, just like all Ted Dekker books. In fact, first chapter begins with, it all started one day earlier with a single silenced bullet out of nowhere. So at the very first chapter, very first paragraph, our hero's being shot at. So definitely very fast-moving, very fast-paced. If you like thrillers, if you like adventure novels, if you're anywhere Lord of the Rings type of fan, you'll love Other Earth. It's very exciting, very upbeat like that. And if you're looking for a good Christian allegory, and even if you're not, if you're like an atheist, you'll probably still enjoy it. So I highly suggest that. That's the Circle Trilogy, Black, Red, and White, and then now the Circle Series if you add Green by Ted Dekker, T-E-D-D-E-K-K-E-R. I might add a link to his website if you're lucky. And I think that's all I have to say. If you have some spare time after watching this review, go watch me and my brother act stupid on our Biggery 6 account. If you don't have time, you probably shouldn't be watching this review.